Upon completing this in-service, you will be able to, number 1, know how to prevent time temperature abuse and identify TCS foods. Number 2, state the safe internal temperatures for cooking common foods. And number 3, identify the proper holding temperatures for hot and cold food. Temperature and time are the most important factors for controlling growth of disease-causing bacteria in food. Many foodborne illnesses happen because time temperature control for safety, TCS foods, have been time temperature abused. TCS foods have been time temperature abused whenever they are cooked to the wrong temperature, held to the wrong temperature, cooled, or reheated incorrectly. TCS foods and time temperature abuse. Any type of food can host contaminants, but some foods are better than others for the growth of pathogens. Foods that need time and temperature control for safety, TCS foods, include milk and dairy products, eggs, meat such as beef, pork, and lamb, poultry, or fish, shellfish, and crustaceans. Other foods include baked potatoes, tofu or other soy protein, sprouts and sprout seeds, sliced melons, cut tomatoes, cut leafy greens, untreated garlic and oil mixtures, cooked rice, beans, and vegetables. Monitoring temperature during food production, meal service, and storage is an easy, effective means to reduce the occurrence of foodborne disease. The longer food stays in the temperature danger zone, 41 to 135 degrees Fahrenheit, the more time pathogens have to grow. In order to keep food safe, you must reduce the time it spends in the danger zone. If food is kept in the zone for 4 or more hours, it must be thrown out. Make sure the correct thermometers are available and record temperatures regularly. No corrective action to take if temperatures do not meet standards. Proper heating of foods. The only way to reduce the number of pathogens in food to safe levels is to properly cook to its minimum internal temperature. The proper temperature is different for each food, and when the temperature is reached, it must be held for 15 seconds. Food should be served as quickly as possible after cooking. Proper heating of foods. Monitor the temperature of cooked food to make sure it has reached the proper temperature. The following are cooking requirements for popular types of food. Poultry, stuffed meat leftovers, 165 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. Ground meat, shell eggs being hot held for service, 155 degrees Fahrenheit. Seafood, fish, shellfish, steaks, shell eggs that will be served immediately, 145 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. Meat, seafood, poultry, eggs that are cooked in the microwave oven must be cooked to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Cover the food and stir it halfway through cooking. Let the food stay covered for at least 2 minutes to get temperature equilibrium. Food that is being held for service can be a risk for time temperature abuse and cross-contamination. Make sure time and temperature procedures are followed and protect food from cross-contamination. Hold hot food at 135 degrees Fahrenheit or higher and cold food at 41 degrees Fahrenheit or lower. Limit holding time by preparing foods in small batches if possible. Holding foods at higher temperatures is safe, but it also may affect the food quality. Use a thermometer to check the food's internal temperature. Check food temperatures at least every 2 to 4 hours or per facility policy. Never use hot holding equipment such as a steam table to reheat foods. Reheat foods correctly and then move to the holding unit. If cooked food will not be served immediately, it must get out of the temperature danger zone as quickly as possible. Pathogens will grow faster at temperatures between 70 and 120 degrees Fahrenheit, so foods must pass through this range quickly. Food codes vary, but food should be cooled to 45 degrees Fahrenheit quickly within 4 hours or use the two-stage cooling process. The two-stage cooling process is first, cool food from 135 degrees to 70 degrees Fahrenheit within 2 hours, and then cool it from 70 degrees Fahrenheit to 41 degrees Fahrenheit in the next 4 hours. If food has not reached 70 degrees Fahrenheit within 2 hours, it must be reheated and then cooled again. Methods to cool food include place foods in shallow 2-inch pans containers for faster cooling and stir frequently during cooling process. Ice paddle to use to stir food to cool quickly. Place foods in a blast chiller to speed up cooling. Surround foods with ice or an ice bath to help speed cooling. Ice or cold water as an ingredient. Do not use any food that has not been cooled properly or if you're unsure of its safety. Proper reheating of foods. TCS food that is cooked, cooled, and reheated for hot holding shall be reheated so that all parts of the food reach a temperature of at least 165 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. Make sure the food reaches 165 degrees Fahrenheit within 2 hours from start to finish. Food that has been cooked and cooled properly may be served at any temperature if it is going to be served immediately. Foods may be reheated in the oven, on the stove, or microwave, but never the steam table, slow cooker, or chafing dish. If reheating foods in a microwave, heat all parts of the food to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Cover and rotate or stir the food during the process. Afterwards, allow the covered food to stand for 2 minutes before serving. Let's test your knowledge on heating, holding, and reheating foods. Question number 1. Chicken should be cooked to an internal temperature of A. 150 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds, B. 160 degrees Fahrenheit, C. 165 degrees Fahrenheit, or D. 170 degrees Fahrenheit. And the answer to question number 1, chicken should be cooked to an internal temperature of C. 165 degrees for 15 seconds. Question number 2. The temperature danger zone is A. 41 to 135 degrees Fahrenheit, B. 41 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit, C. 45 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit, or D. 45 to 125 degrees Fahrenheit. And the answer to question number 2, the temperature danger zone is A. 41 to 135 degrees Fahrenheit. Question number 3, foodborne illness can be a result of A. Food not being held at the right temperature, B. Food not cooked to the right temperature, C. Food that stays in a danger zone for too long, D. All of the above. And the answer to question number 3, foodborne illness can be the result of D. All of the above. Question number 4, true or false? Hot food should be held at 135 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. And the answer to question number 4 is true. Question number 5, true or false? Foods can be cooled on the countertop until they reach 41 degrees Fahrenheit and then can be placed in the cooler. And the answer to question number 5 is false. Foods cannot be cooled on the countertop. Thank you for your participation in today's program. Our goal is for you to use this information in your daily work. We hope you are well served today and every day. If you would like more information about our in-service training programs or consulting dietitian services, please contact us at 1-800-761-9200 or nutritioncaresystems.com.